Hello children and welcome to your channel Sharda Educare, and today we will be beginning with area chapter of standard 8th. So let's begin area chapter of standard 8th. Before I begin the topic, let me show you something children. I'll be drawing a figure. Children, you can see one figure here, and this figure is called as parallelogram. Now what I am doing, I am drawing a perpendicular line from point A. This is point A, M. So from A, I have drawn a perpendicular line, AM. So AM is nothing but height of this parallelogram. Now what I will do, I'll be cutting this from here. Suppose it is a parallelogram and I cut it from here. And I move this side and fit it over here. You can see here, and if I draw a line here, what can you say about this figure? We can say that this is nothing but a rectangle. Here, this is a perpendicular height. This is the perpendicular height. This is also perpendicular height. This is the triangle which I shifted here. So it transformed into a rectangle. Earlier it was parallelogram where sides were parallel, but they were not perpendicular. I drew this line as perpendicular. Let me label it B, C, and this is D. Let it be M here. So this is nothing but a rectangle. A rectangle is also known as a parallelogram. Now if I want to find out the area of this figure, as it is a rectangle, area of this figure will be nothing but length into breadth. This is the length. So area will be equal to what? Area of this figure will be length into breadth. Length is MD and breadth is BD. BD is nothing but height and length is nothing but base, and this base was the base of parallelogram and this height was the height of parallelogram. So what conclusion we come to? That area of the parallelogram is nothing but base into height. This is base only, na? If I want to write down area of parallelogram, earlier the figure which was there with us, if that area I want to write about, then that is nothing but MD is nothing but base and BD is nothing but height. So we got the formula of parallelogram as base into height. So remember children, area of a parallelogram is base into height. Let's begin with the example children. Children, before we begin with the example solution, let me discuss one figure which you can see on the board. Here A, ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. Now there is only one and one parallelogram. Okay, children. That is ABCD. Fine. Let me clearly do this. Fine. So ABCD is only the parallelogram. Other lines which are there, I will discuss with you. Now if ABCD is the parallelogram, what is AR? AR is perpendicular height. DP is also perpendicular height. The figure parallelogram is only ABCD. So what are these red AR and DP? They are perpendicular height. Okay, let me write. ABCD is a parallelogram. Parallelogram. This is a symbol of parallelogram. Okay. AR is perpendicular to BC and DP is also perpendicular to BC. And what is BC? BC is the base. Okay. BC is the base of parallelogram. Now between the two parallel line, which is other two parallel line, AB and BC, perpendicular distance are AR and DP, and one of the line is base. So the same parallelogram, when we are considering ABCD only now we will be considering ABCD only. Okay, let me write the area. When ABCD is a parallelogram, AR is perpendicular to BC and DP is perpendicular to BC, that time area of ABCD will be what? Area of ABCD will be base into height. Now only we learn area of parallelogram, base into height. Okay. What is base? Base is length BC and height is nothing but H. You can take AR or you can take DP. Both are H only. Okay. This is first point. Fine. Now when I am considering ABCD only, I will be considering now only ABCD. Again I am tracing it. Let me trace it with black. Now I am considering ABCD only. But at this time, my height will be not AR. I am not considering DP and AR as my height. So what will be my height of the parallelogram? The height of the parallelogram which I am going to consider is CQ. Now children, I am considering ABCD, the same parallelogram. This time the base is AB. In this case, I considered base as BC, but now in this case, base is AB and the perpendicular height is what? CQ. So let me write it here. When AB is base, there are two heights, see, CQ and SD. When AB is base, CQ is perpendicular to AB and DS is also perpendicular to AB. DS is perpendicular to AB. Children, DS and CQ both are height. Both are height. Now when I am considering one of the parallel side, that is AB, AB as base, CQ and SD is height. When I am considering BC as base, AR and DP as height. So when BC is base, AR and DP is height, the area of the parallelogram is what? Base into height, that is length BC into height. When AB is the base and CQ is the height, that time what will be the area? Area of quadrilateral, that is parallelogram ABCD will be equal to again base into height. Okay. So what is the base here now? AB. And what is the height? CQ. Length CQ you can write, or CQ. But every time the parallelogram is ABCD only. Yes or no, children? Every time the parallelogram remains the same. Base may change, height may change, but the parallelogram remains same. So area will also remains the same. So what we can say? We can say that this area and this area will be equal, because these two areas are the area of the same parallelogram. Height may change every time, base may change every time, but the parallelogram remains the same. See, when this is the parallelogram, height is this, base is this. In first case we consider this base and height we consider this, and we got this area. In the second case, we consider AB as base and height is this, but parallelogram remain the same. So we can say that this area is equal to this area. So I can write finally, the concept here is that base of the same parallelogram can be changed, height can be changed, but the area remains same. That is the thing which we want to understand in this case. We are taking the same parallelogram, but in both the cases we are changing the base, we are changing the height, but area remains the same. So I can finally write down area of ABCD, area of parallelogram ABCD is equal to length BC into height. So length BC, BC is the base, that time what is the height? H, and this area is equal to this length AB, when AB is the base, into what? Height, which is K. So let's begin with the example, children. We will begin with the example 1, which is already solved in your textbook, children. If base of a parallelogram is 8 centimeter, you can see the figure of a parallelogram which is drawn here on the board, and the base of the parallelogram is 8 centimeter. So let me write the base of the parallelogram. This is the base, children, 8 centimeter, which is given in your question, and height of parallelogram is 5 centimeter. You can see this which is drawn already. Let me trace it. This is nothing but height of the parallelogram, okay, and this is given as 5 centimeter. So height is, let me write here, children, height is 5 centimeter and the base is 8 centimeter of this parallelogram. Let me label this parallelogram. Let us use different color. A, B, C and D. We have learned the formula for parallelogram, and the formula is area of parallelogram is equal to height into base. Area of parallelogram is equal to height into base, children. So what is the height of the parallelogram? AM. Let me label it as AM. AM is the perpendicular height into base. DC is the base, and the value for AM is given 5 centimeter and DC is given as 8 centimeter. Let us multiply, as there is a multiplication sign between the two numbers. 5 8s are 40, 5 8s are 40, and centimeter into centimeter will be centimeter square. Therefore, area of parallelogram ABCD is equal to 40 centimeter square. This is the way you will be writing the final answer of your question. Let's move to the next example, children. The next example of your textbook says area of a parallelogram is 112 square centimeter. You can see one picture of one figure of a parallelogram. Let us label it as A, B, C and D. Area of parallelogram is given 112, children. So let me write here 112 centimeter square. That is nothing but area. Therefore, I am writing it in the middle of the figure. And base of it is 10 centimeter. You know, children, DC is the base and it is given as how much? 10 centimeter. We have to find its height. You know, this is the height. Okay, the perpendicular line is nothing but the height of the parallelogram. Let us label it as AM. So we need to find out the perpendicular height. Let me write the question mark on it. We know the formula, area of parallelogram. Formula is very, very important, children, to write. You get mark when you are solving this question. If you will directly multiply or directly use those numbers, you will not get the mark. First, you must write the formula, area of parallelogram. Is equal to, area of parallelogram is height into base, height into base. So HT means height and into base. In shortcut also you can write HT means height. Okay. What is the height? We need to find out. AM, it is not given, into base. Base is how much? 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter. And area of parallelogram is given 112. Children, it is given how much? 112. So let me write here 112 centimeter square. So 112 centimeter square is equal to 10 will come down upon 10 centimeter is equal to AM. AM is nothing but height. This number is multiplied with AM. So when this number will come this side, so it will be dividing the number which is there on the left side. So this centimeter unit will get cancelled with this 1 unit of centimeter because it is square, and 112 will be divided by 10. You know, children, directly also you can do 0 matches with 2, and for this one you can put here point 11.11 0.2 centimeter, which is equal to height. Nothing but height of parallelogram. Okay. Now how it came? I have shown you direct method, means like this also you can do, but if you want to divide, you can divide like this. 112 divided by, I know children in 8th standard are finding, so many of children I have seen, they find it very much difficulty in division. We want to divide 112 by 10. So let us divide 112 by 10. 10 is, this is the number 11, which is more than 10. So 10 ones are 10. Okay. Now we will do subtraction here. 11 minus 10 is 1, and I am going to bring 2 down. Okay. So when I bring 2 down, it will be 12. Again 10 ones are 10. Minus 2 minus 0 will be 2. 1 minus 1 will be 0. Again number is left here 2. There should be 0. But here 2. 2 is very much less than 10. So I can increase here 0. And when I increase 0 here, I have to write here decimal. 10 twos are 20. So write here 20. Subtract it 0, 0. So your answer is 11.2. Let's move for the next question, children. Now we will be beginning with exercise 15.1. Those two were the examples, and this is the first sum of your 15.1 exercise. The sum says, if base of the parallelogram, this is our base, children. I have used the same figure so that there is no confusion for you to understand. This is the parallelogram. Here opposite sides are parallel to one another, and the base of the parallelogram is given 18 centimeter. Always it is very, very important to draw the figure and write down the parameters which are given. Height is given 11. Children, this is your height. Okay. And height is given how much? 11 centimeter. Let us label it as A, B, C and D, and height as AM. Okay. AM is perpendicular to DC, and this is your height. Fine. The height is given 11, base is given 18, and we know area of parallelogram. Area of parallelogram is equal to base into height, children. So what is the base? You can see here in the figure, base is 18. Or first let me write DC. DC is the base into height. AM is the height. Now what is the value of DC? DC is how much? 18 centimeter. And how much is AM? AM is 11 centimeter. Now see here, I will multiply them. Centimeter into centimeter is centimeter square. 11 8s are 88. See, I will multiply it here. Yesterday I was teaching in the class, and I found there were many children who are not able to multiply, and therefore I am showing you the steps how to multiply. You can use directly, or you can multiply directly by 11 table, or you can do simple like 1 1s are. Let us go. 11 8s are 88. Everybody know 11 table. If 11 8s are 88, 8 I wrote, 8 carried. Okay. 11 1s are 11, 8, 11 plus 8, 19. So 198 centimeter square. So area of parallelogram, which parallelogram? ABCD is equal to 198 centimeter square. Fine. You can pause the video and you can solve the sum. Let's move to the next question, children. Area of this parallelogram A, B, C, D, and AM is the perpendicular height. Okay. And the area is given 29.6 centimeter square area. okay, and its base is 8. This is the base, children, and the base is how much? 8 centimeter. Find its height. We need to find out height. This is the height, children. HT means height. We know this is a parallelogram. We will use the formula for parallelogram. So we can write area of parallelogram. Parallelogram. Area of parallelogram is equal to base into height. So base into height. What is the base? DC. And what is the height? AM. And what is the area? 29.6 centimeter square. Now, DC is the base, which is given 8 centimeter. So write 8 centimeter. AM is the height which is to be found. I'll write here AM because we need to find out. We don't know this. Clear? So 29.6 centimeter square. Now what I need to find out? I need to find out AM. AM will remain to the right side. I am going to shift this number down in the denominator on the left side. So, see, 8 centimeter. I am shifting and writing it here. Okay, this you should do in the next step. But to clear your idea that this number I want to bring from there here. Okay, let me rewrite the step so that you understand. 29.6 centimeter square is equal to 8 centimeter into AM. So I must bring this number here. So what I do? I'll rub this, and where will I bring it? I'll bring it here. Write 8 centimeter. Now centimeter will cancel. 29.6 should be divided by 8. Let us divide that number. 29.6 we need to divide by 8. 8 threes are 24. 9 minus 4, see, 9 minus 4 will be 5. Minus we have to do, okay. 2 minus 2 will be 0. I am going to bring 6 down, it will be 56. But here point is there after this number, so I will place the point here. 8 sevens are 56. 56 minus 56, 6 minus 6, 0, 5 minus 5, 0, and your answer is 3.7 centimeter. So let's write here. See, 1 centimeter is cancelled, only 1 centimeter is left, and you get here 3.7 centimeter, which is equal to AM. And AM is nothing but height of the parallelogram. Final answer should be written in a box. You can pause and you can write the question. Let's move to the third question, children. The third question says area of a parallelogram is at 83.2 square centimeter. Area is given, and that is 83.2 square centimeter. Okay. Its height is 6.4. So your height is given. Let me draw the height. Okay, which is perpendicular. Label it as AM. AM is the height of the parallelogram. B, C and D are the vertices of the parallelogram. Now, height is 6.4. That means this is the height, which is 6.4 centimeter. We need to find the length of its base. This is the base, children, and we need to find out the base. Okay. So as it is a parallelogram, so we will be using the formula for parallelogram. So area of this symbol also can be directly we can write area of parallelogram is equal to, as we know, base into height. Now you must be knowing it, children. See, I request all the parents to make your child solve all these questions every time you watch, at least three times. The more you practice, the best you become. Maths is learnt only by practice. So base is to be found, and base is DC. Let us write DC into height. Height is 6.4 centimeter, and the area of the parallelogram is 83.2 square centimeter. Okay. Now as you know, I will be shifting this number here to this side, left side. 83.2 centimeter square or square centimeter, both are same. You can write square centimeter or centimeter square. That means centimeter is 2 times. Clear? And this is DC. 6.4 I will bring down to the left side. That is 6.4 centimeter. So 1 centimeter will cancel with this 1 centimeter. 2 times centimeter is there in the numerator and 1 centimeter is in denominator. Now we are left with 83.2 divided by 6.4. Let's divide it. See, now this is the question where you have got decimal in the numerator also and decimal in the denominator also. So we need to eliminate the decimal. So how can we eliminate? See, here 80 it is 83.2. So I am writing 2 directly, not writing the point. So where is that point gone? Since there is point and after point there is 1 digit in the denominator, only 1 digit is there. That means 1 0, and for point 1. This point, to eliminate this point which is in the numerator, I will be adding 0 in the denominator. Now you see in the denominator also there is a number which is 6.4. I will be writing 64. So where is the decimal gone? From here. After the decimal there is only 1 digit. So I will write 10, and for decimal I will write 10, which is equal to, and centimeter. Centimeter is already there, na? DC. Fine. Now this 10 will cancel by 10. 832 to be divided by 64. Let's divide it simply. 832 divided by 832. See, I am showing every time division for you children. I know children are very weak in division. 64 number and the first 2 number is 83. So 64 can be taken 1 time, because if I am going to take 64 2 times, 60 plus 60 will be 120, which will be more than 83. So I won't take 63 twice. I will take 63 1 time. 64 1 time. 64 1 time minus, there is 3 in the, here 3 which is which is smaller than 4. So I will borrow 1 from here. It will be 13. 1 taken and here remains 7. Okay. This is how you do in the school. Fine. So 13 minus 4 will be 9. And here there is 7 minus 6, which will be 1. And I will be bringing 2 down. Total becomes 192. Now I will see 192 comes in how many times? By adding 64. So 64 1s is 64. Let's see for 64 2s are 2 4s are 8, 2 6s are 12, which is 128. 192 is bigger and 128 is smaller. So let's take 3s are, okay. 3s are 3 4s are 12, carry 1, 3 6s are 18 plus 1 19. Oh, we got the same number, 192. Okay, so 64 3s are 192, minus 2 minus 2 0, 9 minus 9 0, 1 minus 1 0. So we got 13. And what is that 13? We got DC as 13. So we got DC, which is equal to 13 what centimeter, and DC is nothing but base. So base of the parallelogram is equal to 13 centimeter. This is your final answer. Okay children, solve the sum as many times as you can, and the more you practice, the best you become. Like the video, share the video children, and subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed. Thank you children for watching Sharda Educare.